Hi everyone, I hope you are doing great. In our last video tutorial, we have seen how to work with depth first traversal in the graph. In this video tutorial, we will start with breadth first traversal. And as I already mentioned you, in depth first traversal, we are making use of the stack. But in the breadth first traversal, we will make use of the cube. So let's begin. Here, in breadth first traversal, we will travel level wise from A to B, C and D. Then to the next children. So firstly we will try to cover the width and then height. For that, firstly we will create our queue. So here is our queue. And lastly we will create our resultant array. So resultant array is at the bottom. Firstly, we will insert value or vertex A inside our queue. And then we will check, is there anything in the queue? So yes, we have A. So we will remove it from the queue and insert it inside our resultant array. Then we will check, is there any children associated with vertex A? So yes, it is B, C and D. So we will push B, C and D inside our queue. Once that is done, we will then check, is there anything in the queue? So yes, we have B, C and D. So firstly we will remove B from queue and we will place it inside our resultant array. Once that is done, now we will check, is there any children associated with B? So no, we don't have anything. So we will start with our next value in our queue, that is C. So firstly, we will remove C from the queue and place it inside our resultant array. So once that is done, we will check, is there any children associated with C? So yes, we have E and F. So we will place E and F inside our queue. Okay, once that is done, we will again check, is there anything in the queue? So yes, we have D. So we will remove D from the queue and we will place it inside our resultant array. Then we will check, is there any children associated with D? So yes, we have F, which is already present there. So we will not push it again there. So now we will check, is there anything in the queue? So yes, we have E. So firstly we will remove E from there and will place it inside our resultant array. Then we will check, is there any children associated with E? So no, we don't have any children associated with E. That means we need to start with our next value in the queue, that is F. Now we will remove F from the queue and will place it inside our resultant array. Then we will check, is there any value or the neighbor associated with F? So no. And now we will check, is there any value inside a queue? So no. Everything is inside the resultant array. So we are done. And this is exactly same as our expected array in case of breadth first traversal. Once we understood the things logically, it's time to write our algorithm. So let's begin. Here, we will firstly create a function that should accept the starting node. Then we will create a queue to keep track of current vertices. Once that is done, we will create an array to store the result to be returned at the end. And along with that, we will create an object to store visited vertices. So with this, our declaration part is done. Then we will add the starting vertex to the queue and mark it visited. And then we will keep on looping inside the queue and enqueue the first vertex from the queue and push it into the resultant array. And while enqueuing, we will check, is there any neighbor associated with it? So if yes, so we will again go inside. If vertex has not been visited yet, then mark it as a visited and add it to the resultant array. And then we will push all its neighbor into the queue. So with this, our algorithm part is clear. After this, we will write our code inside Visual Studio. So let's go there. Here we will create our method named as breadth first traversal. Which will accept starting vertex. So it will be start for us. Inside that we will write our code. So as per our pseudocode or algorithm, create a queue to keep track of current vertices. So we will write let queueq is equal to empty queue in the beginning. Then it is saying create array to store the end result. So we will write let ans is equal to empty array in the beginning. Then create an object to store widgeted vertices. So we will do let widgeted is equal to empty object. Then add the starting vertex to the queue and mark it visited. So firstly we will do queue dot push starting vertex will be start for us. And then we need to mark it visited as well. For that we will write visited start is equal to true. Then we will write our while loop. While queue has something in it, keep looping. So we will write while queue dot length. That means it has something in it. So inside that, enqueue the first vertex from the queue and push it into the resultant array. For that, I will create one extra variable, current vertex. Okay. So here I need to take out the first item from the queue. For that, I will make use of shift method. Then we need to push this particular vertex inside our resultant array. For that, I will write ans.push and value will be our current vertex. After that, loop through all its neighbors. So for this, we will make use of the for each method. This dot adjacency list. And there we will pass our current vertex on which we will run our for each loop. And here we will write neighbor as our element. Okay. And inside an arrow bracket, we will write our code now. If vertex has not been widgeted yet, so for that we will write our condition if it is not widgeted yet. So widgeted, and there we will pass our neighbor. And then mark it widgeted and add it to the resultant array. So inside if condition we will write widgeted neighbor is equal to true. And add it to the resultant array. So we will write queue dot push and there we will push our neighbor. Here we have written add it to the result array. That is not correct. Actually, we should add it to the queue. All neighbors should be pushed inside the queue, not to the resultant array. We will just remove it and our algorithm is perfectly alright. With this, our code is perfectly alright. We just need to return the resultant array that will be outside the while loop. So we will go down and there we will write return ans. And then we will call our breadth first traversal method. As our graph is already ready, we will just replace depth first traversal by breadth first traversal. Then in the browser, we are able to see A, B, C, D, E and F as an outcome. That is our expected output. So we will sum up this video tutorial for now. Let's meet in our next video tutorial. Thank you very much for now. And please follow my complete playlist to have a good understanding about data structure and algorithms. Thank you.